How's it going, everyone? In today's video, we have some big news that a top WWE star has major backstage heat, an update on Natalya's serious injury, and a whole lot more. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the latest wrestling news. Alright guys, so for our first story of today, we have the ratings for Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. So according to a new report from Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics, Friday Night SmackDown drew 2,138,000 viewers and a .48 in the key demo rating, and AEW Rampage drew 455,000 viewers with a .14 in the key demo rating. So it looks like Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage did see a nice increase in the ratings compared to last week. Next up, we have some big news on Jake Paul joining WWE. So after a pretty successful run in WWE so far, fans have started to wonder if Logan Paul's younger brother, Jake Paul, is also interested in getting more involved with WWE. Well, according to a new report from PW Insider, although there are no concrete plans for Jake Paul in WWE, there is a lot of interest on both sides to do something when the time is right. So aside from his crown jewel appearance, it looks like Jake Paul will eventually do something with WWE down the line. Next, we have a big update on Natalya's serious injury. So following her loss to Shayna Baszler on last week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, Natalya revealed that she actually suffered a broken nose. And now in an update, Natalya revealed on social media that she had to undergo surgery for her dislocated nose. However, she did say that she's feeling a lot better. But due to the injury, it will take some time until she can wrestle again. So we wish Natalya a full and speedy recovery. Next up, we have some big news that a top WWE star has major backstage heat. So despite making his return to WWE after getting released from the company due to budget cuts, apparently there are some people in WWE who are not too happy with Braun Strowman, as Ringside News reports that Braun Strowman has some heat on him right now. But a lot of people in WWE were already questioning his motives after showing up late, leaving early, all while having an overall bad attitude and ego. So despite a pretty good reception to his return, it appears like there is some heat on Braun Strowman for his attitude. So now guys, I want to give you my thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed today. Starting off with our first topic, we did talk about the ratings for Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage, and it looks like Friday Night SmackDown and Rampage did see a pretty nice increase in the ratings department. And in my opinion guys, I think that Friday Night SmackDown has done a pretty good job in pretty much entertaining viewers with good storylines, especially with Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. A lot of people always tune in to check those segments out, and AEW Rampage has pretty much stayed the same in terms of ratings, around the 400,000 viewer range, which is pretty good for them. The next story that we talked about was kind of some news on Jake Paul potentially joining WWE. And PWInsider.com, they report that although there are no concrete plans for Jake Paul to join to be more involved with WWE like his brother Logan, there is some interest on both sides to do something in the future, which could be very interesting to see because they could potentially challenge the Usos for the tag team titles, which would be pretty cool to see Logan Paul and Jake Paul versus the Usos. The next story that we talked about was an update on Natalya's injury, and on last week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, after Natalya lost to Shayna Baszler continued her attack on Natalya, which resulted in a broken nose. And this week, Natalya did post kind of an update saying that her nose was dislocated. However, she did go to the doctor to get it realigned, I guess you could say. And she did say that she's feeling a lot better. So hopefully Natalya can return sooner rather than later. And we wish her a full and speedy recovery because the injury did look pretty bad. The next story that we talked about was about Braun Strowman having backstage heat in WWE, and according to Ringside News, they are reporting that a lot of people in WWE have been questioning Braun Strowman's motives after his return to the company because he has been reportedly showing up late, leaving early, and having pretty much an overall bad attitude and ego. So it doesn't look good for Braun Strowman if this report is accurate. It doesn't look like Braun Strowman has changed all that much because a few years ago, it was reported that WWE would not really want to push Braun Strowman because of his attitude. So it does look like Braun Strowman has not changed all that much, and this could cause some problems in WWE. Hopefully, Braun Strowman is able to resolve all of these reported issues, because I do think that ultimately he can be a major star for WWE. So hopefully he gets to figure all of those things out. So with that being said, guys, that is all of the news that we have for today. Make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed today in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.